going on, everybody?
Hey.
How it be, guest? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Nice. We just had Mila's 1-year-old birthday party over the weekend, and parents made pizzas for everybody because we're all just, friends. We've all been friends since like the late 90s, going to church and everything.
Yeah, being friends with your parents is nice. It's tight.
Right. And because of those pizzas, everybody got food poisoning and started getting the root beer flows out their ass and then just throwing up, man. So it was a fun after party for everybody.
Maybe it was on purpose. It was revenge.
It feels like it. I don't feel like my mom would do that by accident. I think she was very methodic. Be like, oh, I know these people eat meat. I know these people are vegetarian. Let's get them the Walmart brand pizzas and just see how everybody does.
How bad can a Walmart brand pizza be? I mean, like, if you were talking
about frozen, vary.
So are we talking like frozen pizzas? What kind of frozen pizzas are we talking about? Are we talking about DiGiorno, or are we talking about like?
No, we're talking like Great Value and Red Baron. What's going on, Peter?
What's going on, guys? Sorry, I'm running late.
You're good. We're just talking about the food poisoning we got at my daughter's birthday party.
What? What'd you eat?
Great Value pizzas.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't trust Walmart for anything, right?
No, not at all.
Especially pizza.
Let's see. We have Zombie Boy. He was around for a little while.
Zombie Boy.
And then D-Wag was here. Zombie Boy asks, "Woo, was it spicy?" And yes, the sausage and pepperoni pizza. I think that's the one that did me in.
Spicy on the way out.
Yeah, the sausage, man. Those Tombstone too, man. Their sausage sucks. It tastes like rotten.
Like maybe 8 hours after we ate the pizza, when I was getting ready to get in bed, my stomach started doing the bubbling, and then after that, just root beer flow just coming out the walls.
Man.
Oh yeah, it was a fun grand time.
That's why you got to go with Totino's. I love Totino's, man.
See, I'm a Freschetta guy. I like Freschetta and DiGiorno.
DiGiorno's not bad. I like the DiGiorno too. That one's pretty good. Although I feel like they've gone down in quality since they first came out.
Are you thin crust or rising crust?
I like rising stuffed crust. Ooh. If I get thin crust, it's got to be like Pizza Hut or something, or I guess Little Caesars maybe.
What about you, Grody?
Thin crust. I prefer more toppings than I do dough.
Amen to that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm the same way. I like my thin crust because it's more crispy, which means it can act like a plate instead of needing a plate, and you can just get it right in there. But
there's a pizza place here in Waco on the river, and it's called Slow Rise. It's like a fancy pizza place, but the pizzas are like $26 for like a 26-inch pizza. It's huge ass pizza, and it's cheap, man. And their crust is generally, I mean, you can pick the crust you want, but their normal crust is like your average, like half-inch. Not thin crust. It's not rising crust. It's like right in the middle. But damn, dude, one slice will fill you up.
See, over here by Fort Campbell, we have a pizza joint called Luigi's, and it's been the #1 pizza joint for running for like the last 5 years. And I got their spinach and artichoke one with some feta. And then Megan, she just gets her cheese with olives, which is ridiculous. Let's put sodium on more sodium, people. And so it's absolutely delicious. I mean, the crust holds true. I mean, it's a stretchy cheese.
Yeah, you got stretchy
everything
cheese.
you could want in pizza.
When was the last time you went to CC's?
I haven't been to CC's since I lived in Atlanta.
Man, when I was a kid, I loved CC's. It's it's way more expensive, and the pizza sucks compared to the way it used to.
Right.
But they still make the pizzas. Like, you can still go ask them to make you a pizza and shit. Man.
Dude, I remember when CC's was like $5 a person.
Yeah, no shit. And that was like a lot.
Go fill up on the shit.
Golden Corral's like damn near $20 if you get a soda per person.
Yeah, fuck that.
not that good. But if you go to little like CC's, you know what's great? Going to CC's and getting like a Supreme or a pepperoni or some shit, right? With the anchovies. I went to a CC's once and asked for a pizza with anchovies on it, right?
Okay.
And they brought me the pizza with a plate of uncooked anchovies and said, we're not going to cook that. But if you get lucky, a CC's is dumb enough that they'll cook. If it's like crowded and you're like, fuck, man, I can't even get a slice. Order an anchovy pizza. I love anchovy pizzas, by the way, but
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, it'll clear the house.
What's your opinion on anchovies?
I love them, man. I think they're great.
Oh man, they're so
cooked
good.
on a pizza.
I'll eat sardines from a can, but putting an anchovy on my pizza sounds kind of
classic.
Anchovies and sardines are nothing like each other.
They're not the same.
Yeah.
Sardines are more like for those smoked oysters. Like it's got that smoky flavor to it most of the time. I like sardines too, and I like Kipper snacks, all that stuff, man. Put fish in a can, hell yeah. But dude, anchovies, you got, if you're a pizza lover, you have to do anchovies. You have to do it at least once. I do it once a year. Every year, I'll make a point to go somewhere like CC's and get it, like, you know, a shitty anchovy pizza, but they do have it, and it's delicious. And Pizza Hut too. If any pizza place that you like to go and clear the house, get an anchovy pizza, man. Not only is it delicious, everyone can't stand the smell, and they all fucking leave, and you got the restaurant all to yourself. That's why a lot of them won't do it. They won't even like Papa John said no to me once.
Really?
I was like, damn, I wanted to try a Papa John's anchovy pizza. They wouldn't do it.
I'm sure you could do the same thing if you just went in and took your pants off.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's kind of like taking your pants off in a restaurant. I don't know why people are like against it, but like anchovies, taking your pants off. Some people are just weird, you know? They don't know what pizza's all about.
Hey, when the restaurant says make yourself at home.
Right? Gaddy's is like make your own pizza.
I'm a pizza buff, man. We just had it. We had a margarita pizza today. But
a margarita pizza.
Oh, dude, it's so good. So it's mozzarella cheese and provolone, and then
soft pizza.
It's more sauce than other pizzas, though. It's less cheese, more sauce. So the percentage is a little off there, but it's so good. It's got basil leaves on top. It's so good.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah, the name's a little deceptive. There's no alcohol and there's no salt on the
No.
It's not what you think. Is it even like
name.
limes? Does it have like lime or any kind of margarita flavoring?
Nope, not at all.
Oh man,
Pants off pizza. Now that's a pizza joint.
Dude, I could talk all day, and I fucking love pizza, man. It's my favorite food, bar none. Like across the board, nothing even comes close. There's a place in Austin. Anybody who knows Austin, I don't remember the name of the town of the area, but it's like North Austin, Cedar Drive, or some shit like that. There's like this area. It's kind of like a country style area, but there's like businesses on like mini ranches or whatever. They're not ranches, but they're large properties, and there's a lot of businesses. There's a pizza place in this area. And it's like some hoity-toity. It might not even be there anymore, but when we were driving through Austin one time, it was there. It was a hoity-toity pizza place. We ordered all this, you know, 2 pizzas was like $60 or $70 or some shit. It was insane, but we were, you know, we're gonna spoil ourselves. Holy crap, dude! We got all meat pizza, and it was just dough. It was like some college, you know. I don't even know what you'd call this person, but it was just dough with a little bit of oil on it, and it had been baked with the oil, and they had put spinach leaves on it, tomato slices, and what else did they put on that thing? Like I want to say it might have had like a slice of like salami or some shit, right?
That's
like
awesome.
Maybe, but there's no sauce. There was nothing. No, but I don't even think it had cheese on it. It was just oil, like garlic oils, like super fancy, expensive bread with like oil on it and some spinach and salami.
That almost sounds like a falafel. That sounds like an falafel.
It was a flop, dude. That's what it was. It was like, Why did I just pay for bread, man? Like, it's a brick oven pizza house, and they don't even make. It was like apparently a vegetarian or some college, whatever you want to call it, like those guys, those
Some
kind of
frat.
people. Yeah,
Welcome
they
to
were
our
like,
vegetarian restaurant. First thing on the
Yeah.
menu: meat lovers pizza.
it's on the menu. There's all this weird, like modern, trying to be not even fancy, just trying to be modern progressive pizza shit.
It's the
Not
trick.
cool.
It's the trick option on the menu where it's like, these guys are meat lovers. All right, we're going to start spitting on the pizza.
Yeah, the veggie pizza, because it's the closest thing they had to a Supreme was the veggie pizza. And I don't think it had any meat on it because it was a veggie pizza. But the best part about it was they actually took mozzarella, like real mozzarella, and they like chopped it up and put it on there and spritzed it on there. I love a mozzarella bar, dude.
Hell yeah.
Taking mozzarella and slicing that shit into like big old
Especially fresh, just right out of the.
Yeah,
awesome,
dude. You can't beat it. And it's actually more healthy than most cheese.
Right.
And it
But
tastes like
speaking
whole
of
milk.
flops, I got some floppies in yesterday that
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about right now.
Damn. I'm jealous, man.
But that's coming down the line.
I ran straight to the door today as soon as I got home from work, and I still haven't gotten mine. I read it though. I did read it on the digital.
I haven't read the digital yet. I wait until I get my physical copy to get into it because I need the turn of the page, dude. The crisp page is what it's all about.
I'm curious to see how it came out on the page because that's true. It means more when you're holding it in your hands.
Oh hell yeah!
You can look at it on a computer screen, and it's like looking at porn. It's not the same thing.
No.
But if you're holding them in your hands, it's different. You know, it means
definitely
more. Way better.
So most of you guys know that a indie campaign is fulfilling at the moment by Joe Sontag, and so we're talking about Reaper Destroyer. Had over 1,200 backers on this campaign.
Yeah,
and
it was a good book.
Mine in yesterday. So I just want to thank you, Joe Sontag, for making it happen and having such beautiful artists on this. I've got my Shelby Roberts cover right here. I've got the black and white of that one.
Is that a wraparound? I think that's one I ordered. Is the black
Shelby's
and white.
a wraparound.
Yep, that's what I got.
Of course, you get the original cover here too. But I can't wait to dive into this. It looks like an excellent book. Thank you very much,
man. What I read, excellent book, Joe. Great job, man. That was a very fun read. It was cool. It's what we need. We need more of that in the indie comic space.
No spoilers yet, man. That's for another episode.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not spoiling nothing. I want to see what your take is on the whole thing because I was impressed. I thought this was a cool book.
It looks ferocious. I mean,
I want the next one already. I need the next one already.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Zombie Man. We don't give away spoilers yet. That's what the Grody review's for. So come back for that one. Or go over to Peter's channel and check it out if we ever talk about it over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, a side note, I was thinking of right after we finished the show last night on my channel, we were talking about Pigman. And I was like, damn, dude. I jumped right into that stream going, oh, yeah, we're going to talk controversial comics. I hadn't really thought about it, you know? And so we just jump in and talk, and we ended up talking about the artwork and stuff.
Yep.
There is so much more to talk about that book, and it has nothing to do with the book, but the reader, the viewer, the backer. That book was meant to invoke a reaction. The story, the good selling point. I see Bosch on his channel, on his Twitter page, always saying it's the only anti-jihad comic book out there. It's not the worst selling point, you know. It's a decent selling point. But that's not why anybody's backing this book. And that's the thing we did not talk about. No. We didn't talk about the importance of this book. And so I think I might do a part 2, or maybe I don't know what I'm going to do about it yet, but I feel like that has to be rectified because we were focusing on the wrong thing. That book is all emotion.
Really were, but at the same time, you couldn't really unfocus from it, you know?
That's true. It was something that could have been discussed thoroughly and extensively, I guess. Yeah.
Well, tonight we're getting into why the future is bright for the fans, because there's a lot coming down the pipeline, like I said on Twitter.
Yeah, I was curious.
And I think we're going to be very happy with some of the stuff that I've pulled up. But the first one that we're going to get into, me and Grody were getting into it in the green room. But right out the gate, we were talking about, where did I put it?
There are a few books I'm looking forward to, like Heat Punk.
There we go.
I like his style, man. Vasilis Lolo's doing his Heat Punk. I can't wait till that comes out.
The
You're talking about
show,
DC.
the Green Lantern HBO show is coming soon.
That looks cool. I did see that screenshot of the actors. I guess they're walking down the street or something. Yeah, looks good. That was a badass Jon Stewart. Great choice, and Hal Jordan too.
Yeah,
I grew up when Jon Stewart was like the primary guy in DC when you saw Green Lantern.
See, I came in at the Justice League show, right? Because I was a normie until I got into comics, and that show's Green Lantern was Jon Stewart. So I didn't really have any preference on who do what have you. But as I grew into liking the Lanterns, yeah, Guy Gardner's my dude. I don't care that he's an asshole. He is awesome.
It's definitely funny. It's entertaining to watch him go around and just be like something completely different than the rest of the Justice League. All these other old, like, crotchety fucking professionals sitting in an office, and then you got the one guy coming in being like, fuck the water cooler.
You know what? I never read any of his stories, but after in light of this movie coming out, the Superman movie, and all the videos and the bowl cut thing and all that, the more I learn about this character, the more I think he's one of my favorites in DC, because he does seem kind of like hard ass, funny.
Guy is awesome.
Hilarious read.
Zombie says, "Is that Isom?" No, that is not
Isom. Isom it would be Jon Stewart, if anything.
But
that is funny though.
I do kind of like the way like they made like Hal a little more rugged. You would think somebody that has like constantly dealing with like intergalactic threats would start to have like show some wear and tear.
Yeah, so 4 o'clock shadow.
Well, that goes with what James Gunn was saying and what he's going to do with the DCU. He's not doing origins, so these are characters that are already in their element and bringing in some new blood. So we're going to be seeing that mentorship kind of take place, I guess. And Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, I didn't really see it when I look at him, but with the photo that they gave of the two walking down the road, like in the middle of the desert, looking like Arizona or Nevada, I can kind of see it because he's got his bomber suede jacket, his black T-shirt and jeans, and then Hal Jordan looks like the younger dude that's coming in to learn the ropes, you know? So I think Jon Stewart's about to be indoctrinated. Well, not indoctrinated, but taken into the core, and Hal Jordan's going to be training him on how to be a Lantern.
Why is this artwork? Why is he yellow? He was not a yellow. Is he a yellow? Is that the Yellow Lantern symbol on his chest?
That is the Yellow Lantern symbol, but this is from a storyline that took place in the DC Comics. So, you know, with the reiterations that they continuously do with all the different crises that take place, like Convergence or Infinite Crisis and different crap like that, they're always able to like rework it and have the ripple affect certain things differently. Like in New 52, it's Hal Jordan. He's actually a Red Lantern at this point. He's no longer a Green Lantern, not even a Yellow Lantern. He's a Red Lantern in the New 52. And Supergirl becomes a Red Lantern after so much bullshit because an angsty teenager gets a Red Lantern ring, go figure. But it's a fun story. For Supergirl to be a Red Lantern, that is a good volume to get. I forget what volume. I think that's volume 5, volume 4 or 5, where she becomes a Red Lantern. But it's a pretty good one. But I'm really excited about this show because I watched the Green Lantern animated CGI series on Cartoon Network. But if they give that like the adult twist on HBO, I'm totally down for it, man. I think this will be a great addition to the DC. What do you call it? The discography.
Do you think it's going to tie into that new movie? Oh, sorry.
Rachel Kesey. Sus. How do you say it's the yellow scene?
Rachel, I just sent the text message. I am sorry. I was late myself. And I don't think that's Rachel, by the way.
Okay. Yellow Scene sus? Nah, it's not sus. If you read the Sinestro Corps, you would think that was a flipping good time. Like, I didn't. Sinestro is an excellent character, and doing the Sinestro Corps War, that was fucking awesome. And actually, Ethan Van Sciver worked on that one. So if you want good art by Ethan, go read Sinestro Corps War. But so that's what I had to say about the Lanterns. But what we have up next is something that James Gunn is now saying about Superman, of course, because all the buzz right now is Superman until it hits us in June. And with as lacking any kind of hope or anything, well, not having as much hope as one would want from the trailer, everybody's like, where's all the fun? Where's all the goofiness? Where's all the smiles? Because, Superman, he's got a smile, because it's the same trope that we give to the females. You got to smile more. But
yeah,
you're so much prettier when you smile.
Right.
Oh, God. They took that cover and made it into a movie poster? Or just a joke?
No, I think that was generated. I think that was AI generated, but I like it because it reminds me of the All-Star Superman.
But you remember that cover that I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. It was made, I guess it was from a different angle, but it was very gay. It was a very gay cover.
I mean,
it's a cool idea. Him sitting on
Superman comics, so I roll with it.
It's a cool idea, but I don't know. I think it could have been done better.
James Gunn responds to everybody saying that Superman looks, beaten and downtrodden and doesn't look like a fun film. Well, his update for the movie is that it has plenty of humor. So,
well, that's James Gunn for you. I mean,
it's got crypto.
Humor. Yeah, that is. I can see that being some comic relief. He's dead. He's like cradled in the snow, dying. Crypto's got to come in and save the day. It'd be kind of funny if Crypto's like a fuck up dog and he can't do anything right, but he does this one thing right. He saves Superman. That'll be a tearjerker.
Well, with the way that we've seen James Gunn do with recent films, like he did all the Guardians, right? So you're going to be getting all your, fun comedic moments, but I'm hoping that they don't trample over the intimate moments that we're supposed to have, like Marvel is so adamant about doing now these days.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, just huh?
I'm curious. I missed it. What are you talking about?
Well, how everybody's saying like it doesn't look like happy. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a lot of like good, like fun moments and everything. I don't think that you can really say that when you have Guy Gardner in there. I don't think you can say it when you have a puppy that's going to be throwing a lot of humor at you, like the dog, like Cosmo did, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. And hang on a second.
I hadn't heard anybody say that about that movie. It kind of threw me off.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it doesn't look happy enough. And so James Gunn came out saying there's going to be a lot of comedy and humor to make it lighthearted.
Oh. That's interesting.
Stanley says, "Hey guys, I need you to cover for me. Don't let Rachel know I'm not streaming with you right now." I think you're a little late on that one.
I sent the link. That's my bad. I jumped. I was late to here, and then as we're streaming, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to send him the text. I forgot to text him. I sent it to him though, so if he doesn't show up, that means he's a lazy bum and he's a liar. And Rachel, he's not in here with us right now.
I should take his number one seat because I'm actually here.
Okay, so he wouldn't have been able to make it. He'll be here in a bit. He said he'll be here in a bit.
Okay,
he wouldn't have been able to jump in at that moment anyway. So it's not my fault, people.
So, have you heard about a couple more of the films that will be coming out under the DCU title?
Well, the What's the name of that one? That one with the team?
With what?
With the team, the one with the. Oh man, I can't remember the name of that team. I'm not much of a DC guy, so when it comes to the names and the teams,
so who would be part of the team?
one? Okay, there was that guy, the Ghost guy. Then the comic book, it has like the Ghost guy, skeleton, the Ghost Rider. It's like Ghost Rider and a Machine Man, the Iron Giant. The what?
Or Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos. That's what I'm thinking of.
No, season 2 will be rolling out next year, I think it is. But
I thought they're making a movie. Wasn't that a Ghost?
No.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is Peacemaker season 2 is coming out, and then that's going to have some background take place of what happened in Creature Commandos. So they're linking Creature Commandos with Peacemaker season 2 first.
Okay. And you don't think that the Lanterns are going to tie into the Superman movie? That'd be kind of cool.
I think the Lanterns are going to do their own thing. Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think that they are going to tie. Well, okay. I think it would be a smart move to tie them in, kind of like how Marvel tied in their MCU to all those TV shows.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, but if they're going with 2 different Lanterns and we got just Guy on this one, it makes me wonder if they're just doing like, we're going to keep these separate for now and see how they do. And if it does get a lot of traction, then we'll shove them together.
I can see that. That is a lot of lanterns running around on Earth at the same time.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that ring supposed to just follow one person at a time?
Well, that was one of the things I was wanting to kind of bitch about when it came to Green Lantern. Like I was saying this earlier to Jake, and I was like, doesn't the Green Lantern thing kind of feel awkward, a little off? Like Superman. Superman's an alien. He's on Earth, but he's dealing with the idea of being an alien, dealing with Earth problems. Well, Green Lantern's like the exact opposite. He's a human on Earth that's given like alien powers. But then he just turns around and stops robbers on the street. He still deals with human stuff. And you got Sinestro, you got Atrocious, you got some of the other Lantern stuff. Yeah. But it almost feels like they missed a block by not making it more like a Men in Black.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh,
yeah, because you got Kilowog, you've got Atrocitus, you've got
we need all the Green Lanterns to protect Earth, which is particularly vulnerable to alien villains and stuff.
Apparently,
because of Superman and the Justice League and the power that we have here.
But isn't it really weird how a lot of Green Lanterns are starting to turn out to be human more than alien? It's just weird. I know it's for us, the readers, to feel like we can project onto them and everything, but I think we need to take a step back and get more aliens into the alien mechanics of it, because the Lantern Corps as a whole are a cosmic, military. So why do we have so many different humans on there? I would love to see Kilowog and Lyra and all the other Green Lanterns make appearances in the HBO show. I actually really hope they do.
That would be kind of cool if they did bring in some more Green. They're going to, right? They've got the CGI is so easy these days. You can crap out alien species all day long.
They had Kilowog on the Ryan Reynolds one.
Yeah, they did, and they didn't do him justice either.
They didn't do a lot of stuff justice with that movie. I will say that I enjoyed the movie because I wasn't some diehard fan. I enjoyed the movie for what it was worth. I like Ryan Reynolds, but then it didn't make me want to go read the comics. And there was some goofy shit in that movie, but no more than the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah,
maybe a little bit more than the Fantastic Four movies, but the floating head thing was weird.
we're going to get away from DC for a second.
Yeah,
because we got something really cool that I just found out today.
Ironheart.
No, absolutely not. Awful, no.
I'll be like, no.
So, We are having a confirmed reboot that's going to be called a legacy sequel because it's going to be a sequel to the original 1990 film. And it's going to be R-rated.
It's tying into the MCU?
And
Judith
Hogue is reprising her role.
Oh, no way. They're doing it?
Yes. They're doing it.
Holy
We're getting
shit.
an R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film.
I'm a little bit
1990 film.
All right. First of all, I love that they're doing the movie. I love that she's coming back. Let's bring it back as a legacy sequel. Do we need to go R-rated? All he said in the first movie was "damn." That's the only thing he did that made it questionable for children, but that's not bad. And then there's violence. But
he said it 3 times, though, Peter.
Who cares? I mean, they murdered Shredder in a trash compactor, but that's still okay for kids. Like, does it need to be R-rated? It's Ninja Turtles. It's badass. I agree.
Oh, totally.
But it doesn't. If Last Ronin, maybe I could see that. But
well, see, that's the thing. They haven't confirmed whether or not it's Last Ronin or not.
Oh, if it's Last Ronin, I'll accept it. I'll think, okay, cool. Let's go all the way. And I know the original Ninja Turtle comic book was a little bit rough and it's not necessarily kid-friendly, but that's not what that entire franchise, it's not what made it popular.
Are we doing practical effects suits or are we doing CGI?
Let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Obviously, it's going to be CGI. It would be. I'm not even going to get my hopes up for fucking practical suits, but Jesus, that would be fucking cool if they did that.
Stanley says, "Yes, sir. R-rated. Totally support this. No holds barred."
I mean,
I agree with Peter Orchard on this one.
Yeah. I think it should be like the original Ninja Turtles. It doesn't need to be R-rated, but like, what are we going to get? Like, what is the R rating? Why do we need that for a Ninja Turtles movie? Ghost Man, that's because there's like 5 characters amongst comic books that, like, there's Geiger, Ghost Rider, the Creature Commando guy, there's the... the Fearsome. There's all these ghost characters.
Light.
Well, check it out, though. The 1990 film was made because and had many of the scenes taken explicitly from the original run.
Yeah.
From when Kevin and Eastman, before Mirage was even a huge thing, right? Yeah. So I actually have those comics. And
no way. Hold on a minute.
R-rating with the way they talk in those books.
Which ones do you have?
I have the compendium of the original TMNT run.
Oh, okay. I thought you had like the actual original Turtle books.
No, those are thousands and hundreds of dollars.
Well, I don't know, man, because I remember seeing Ninja Turtle books on the shelves when I was a kid, but I never picked them up. Now, of course, Ninja Turtle was already a big deal back then, so it was like,
of course. Stanley says I want them using their weapons. TMNT 2 was BS because of rating. No,
you know what? TMNT 2 was a little BS, but Part 3 is where it gets egregious. I'll accept Part 2 because it's still kind of funny.
We don't talk about number 3. We only talk about 1 and 2.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Part 2 was not bad.
Stanley's a little off there. It's not because of the rating that they did that. It's because the mothers of these children said the first film was too violent.
I don't think it was the mothers of the children. If they had little boys running around Ninja Turtles, it wasn't mothers complaining. It was childless women complaining.
It really was.
Yeah. Because the same bitches fucked over Super Soakers.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
That's what I'm saying. None of them had kids. That's the best thing in the world. You hand them a Super Soaker. Don't take your eye out, kid. And of course, no kid ever got his eye actually taken out. That was all bullshit. It's all childless women that went and ruined Super Soakers for everyone, and they ruined the Ninja Turtle movies too. They just gotta get their fucking claws, their nails. They get their nails did, and then they gotta go get their claws in the boys. They gotta ruin shit that boys like.
Scaring my cats.
Yeah, just like comic books. They had to come in and ruin comic books. But we're taking it back. And we got our Ninja Turtles coming back. Hell yeah. I'm excited. That is some awesome news, man.
Yeah, so I got this little tidbit from InsideTheMagic.net, and here's what they got to say about it. There's an exciting development in store regarding the Roninverse. So this is going to take place in the Roninverse.
Okay. All right.
Since its announcement early last year, when it was revealed that former head of DC Films, Walter Hamada, is producing the last Ronin movie through his 18 Hertz company, and that's the ones that did the 2019 Child's Play with Mark Hamill. Scribe Tyler Burton Smith is pinning the script. We've not heard anything about the project. No director or actors are even attached to the film yet. So I want to know where I heard Judith Hoag's coming back, because I heard that. But now there's been exciting development as the latest issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution, confirms that the Roninverse takes place within the timeline established in the original live-action film of 1990.
Hold on a second. Re-Evolution, that's the one with all the new turtles, right? They got like tattoos that instead of having bandanas, they're like they have like coloring and shit. Like,
they join the Yakuza now?
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like
original turtles. They're
it's not
like
the original turtles. It's like the descendants. Where do they come from? They're not their kids. They're just like the new ones. And instead of having, they're not like tattoos. It's like a red ear turtle has the red. Well, they did that with one, but it's like yellow. And they did, I don't remember, like one had a hat on or some shit. It's like, they're unique. And that's fine. I actually don't have a problem with it. It's for the next generation. That's cool with me. Keep it going. But it's better than rehashing the same old turtles and ruining the same old turtles over and over again. Get us some new turtles or some new shit for the next generation. Don't ruin.
You want to bring in Venus or Jenica?
Sure, Jenkum.
Bring Slash. That's all it is.
Don't even touch Slash. It's too late to bring in Slash. If you fuck up Slash like the cartoon did, I'm gonna be pissed. And they ruined it in Ninja too.
Slash?
Yeah, well, Razor is not Slash, or is that Toka? Toka. Toka was the turtle. So Toka was obviously supposed to be Slash, but that's more akin to the cartoon Slash. But then they had to bring in Toka into the cartoon as well, so that it's obviously not the same one. They ruined it. Slash was a cool character, but that cartoon made him a dumb, retarded, like space traveler.
Wait a minute.
No, it's the same one. They're bringing her back.
Casting as April O'Neil in this hypothetical new TMT. Apparently, Judith Hoag is reprising her role as April O'Neil from the 1990 film.
Yeah, the original one. She's coming back. Which she'd be a lot older now, so Ronin fits. It could be the last Ronin. 100%. Damn, that'd be badass. Dude, a last Ronin. Can you imagine? A last Ronin?
Seth Rogen.
Let's bring in Vanilla Ice. Let's do it. He's still around, right?
They're supposed to be making a Ronin video game also, open world.
Yeah, we looked at it. And we saw the trailer, which had no information other than it was really cool looking. But,
just a head blowing in the wind.
Damn, Last Ronin needs to be made. It does need to be made. That is a phenomenal story. I've got it.
Grody, we keep interrupting you. What do you got to say?
Oh, I was just like throwing little snippets in. I was saying, directed by Seth Rogen.
No, absolutely not.
No, we've already had that.
Absolutely not. Yeah, Vanilla Ice totally needs to come in on this. And if what's his name still around for Donatello, but he'd be a ghost. No spoilers.
Well, guess what? What if they brought back Kino?
Oh, that'd be cool too. Bring back Kino.
Well,
I'd be fine with that.
You know why he was prominent in Secret of the Ooze, don't you?
Well, because they couldn't use weapons, I imagine, so they needed some cool ninja kid.
Nah, he was the stunt double for Donatello in the first film.
That actor? No shit.
He was 15.
That's cool. That's cool info, man. I did not know that. Yeah. Dude, I call myself a turtle buff, but you got me schooled, man. You're telling me all this shit that I had no idea on. I kind of gave up on them after after the years and years of kind of letdowns with the Turtles, and then you get Seth Rogen making a movie. Yeah. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? No. And I was just like, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it. The last Ronin actually got me pumped for Turtles again. But then you're telling me about all these badass IDW stories, and now we're getting this. I'm like, let's go, dude. Speaking of which,
So
I got Slash right here, by the way.
there you go. Well, you see my Donnie right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you got the big one too.
Yeah, I got the NECA Donatello.
Yeah. That's not even just the NECA. They have like a smaller version of it, like this size. That's
I got
big
the
one. I want all 4 of those guys. Oh, damn, his head came off. Oops.
I do too, but goddamn, dude, I'm not paying $119 for each one of them. I didn't even pay that for Donnie. I got him on sale because nobody fucking wanted Donatello because everybody's a fucking prick to Donnie.
That's a cool toy, though. That like Donatello's one of the cooler ones. Raph's obviously the best one, but
he is.
Donatello's probably like 3rd best.
In the original comics, Donatello is the lieutenant to Leonardo. I don't want to hear anybody.
Raphael, Raphael is he's like, Donatello, go get my fucking coffee.
If you want a good
I'll have to
Raphael
make a routine
story,
to do that.
if you want a good Raphael story, you need to go into the IDW catalog where he takes over the fucking Foot Clan as the new Shredder.
As I recall, Donatello's responsible for the Turtles having been oozed.
That happens at the end of the
because of Armagon. And he's the one responsible for all the shit happening. And he did it on purpose. It's all Donatello's fault.
No.
Yeah. He's a big nerd.
I refuse. No. He had
Armagon, by the way, is a badass.
Went against Donatello is the reason there are 4 turtles. He's a solid bench. Go fuck yourself, Stan.
It's like maybe he's a solid wingman. No chick's going to want to,
Okay.
They'll take the grenade.
There's a reason why when they gave everybody cool weapons, they gave him a stick.
It's because he's too smart. They needed to balance out the other people. So they gave him a stick so he could actually have everybody else hang with him. That's the way I'm
probably. They went through a lot of iterations of Turtles before they even came up with that synopsis. They're like,
right.
Donatello, with your bow, you could deflect because you're pretty much worthless at everything else except for.
Yeah, it's like it came with an accessory, a broom head to go on the rest of his stick, so he can sweep up after the fight's over. He was the best turtle in the first Ninja Turtles game, the Nintendo one, that one that sucks, the horrible fucking evil game. Yeah, because he had the reach. He was the best turtle in that game. You had to keep him alive.
So, with the success of all of the game films and comic book films that have been coming out, dude, there is a fucking slate of all these video game shows and films that are being produced and getting ready to hit the big screen or the silver screen or whatever you want to call it. And one of them is coming through Netflix. Now, this one I'm a little dicey on because I love this video game series. And they haven't done One Piece and Cowboy Bebop justice.
Hold on. So Stanley, real quick on the Turtles is saying the other 3 needed someone to pick on, even if the Certist he's named after. Name one painting, the artist. Name one painting Donatello did?
Okay, well, smart ass. Donatello wasn't a painter. He was what do you call it that makes the statue?
A sculptor?
He was a sculptor.
Donatello was a sculptor?
Donatello was a sculptor. You're welcome.
Oh. I'm thinking of Raphael. I'm thinking of the Last Supper that Raphael did.
Raphael was also an inventor.
No, that was Leonardo.
He also an inventor.
Raphael was an inventor?
Yeah.
Not a very good one because I didn't know that.
Donatello floors. Yeah, after he got done sculpting. I'm tired of this bullshit. Anyway.
All right.
The new
so what's the new one? What is this?
The new one that's about to come out for Netflix. Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, that could be cool. I didn't watch the movie that apparently existed that I didn't know about that y'all told me existed. But a TV show on Netflix would be really cool.
Especially if they get it should be easy to do because the sets would have to be cheap because it's all done in the Middle East, right? And if we went with the Ezio stories that took 3 different video games to complete, you have so much story to go off on there, man.
Well, you think they're going to do what side of the VR are they going to go with? Because they'd have to either stick with one time period, which would be boring, or or stick to like the VR side of things and they bounce around all the timelines, or they could do like Westworld and do a different genre, which would be a timeline every season. Like they could stick with the one ACO storyline with the first season and then jump into the pirates or some shit in the next one, in the next season. Like that'd be kind of
Right.
cool. As long as they don't do that stupid Egyptian
yeah.
one, that was stupid.
No, they could. Are you? You're talking about the Odyssey, or
is that the Egyptian?
Origins.
what was it?
Origins.
Was it Origins?
Origins, yeah.
That one was
Those
terrible,
are
man.
awful. A lot of those are awful.
But with it being a show, I don't see them having any problem going between using the Animus or being in the past. I think that could totally work either way.
Oh, dude, hold on.
Much more so than the movie did with Michael Fassbender.
Stanley's comment. I gotta say, I'm excited for the Assassin's Creed and Horizon. They're making Horizon movies. They better not fuck that up. Damn, yeah, Horizon was cool. I love that story. Robot dinosaurs, redhead, hot redhead, not the whatever they did with her in the second game. Screw that. Yeah.
Screw that. Yeah, Horizon's on the horizon.
Who do you think would be that girl? I'm thinking who's the redhead from Game of Thrones? That girl that's like Jean Grey now.
Oh,
she'd be great.
So I don't know all the Horizon stuff, but what they're calling Horizon is Horizon Zero Dawn. Does that mean anything?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
it's a
first game. Yeah, it was a great game, dude. Yeah, that's a great game.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
That's not the greatest thing ever. But honestly, that movie wasn't the worst. It was just the casting wasn't the best. Does that make sense? Like the casting, I would not have gone with Tom Holland as the Uncharted guy. Like there's nothing about him that makes me think that an Uncharted character. I don't know the main guy's name, but
would you want to go with like the first Assassin's Creed game as the launch pad for the Assassin's Creed show with like the Pieces of Eden, the little orb, or would you want to do the Ezio's or a different one?
Everybody wants to jump into like the fun, the good stuff. Like my favorite one was the pirate game, Black Flag.
No, get Black Flag out of here.
But the thing, I like pirates, so but those are kind of the appeal of that game is you can be the person in all these different genres. And the cool thing about the pirate game was that you take over a pirate ship and you can actually go into pirate battles and like sail the 7 seas and shit. But as far as a TV show, no, you got to go where the beginning is. And I would say stick with like the timeline that they went with the games. I'll wait a couple seasons for Pirates. I'm fine with that.
Yes. Cool, man. I'm really excited with how much crap that we're going to be getting just within the next 5 years. It seems like everybody's getting ready to launch something out and put all their eggs in one basket.
You're not joking.
I'm not so sure about Mortal Kombat 2.
What do you mean? Oh, they're making a sequel to the one that just made?
Is coming.
So that's a reboot. Then the first one was a reboot.
Yes. And it's confirmed that Carl Urban is going to be Johnny Cage. I've never seen Carl Urban play an asshole, a jackass, a very flamboyant, tough guy.
He'd have been a better Kano.
Yeah, I like Carl Urban.
He'd been a better Kano.
Johnny Cage.
Carl Urban is a Kano, like straight up.
I see Chris Evans as Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah,
with the attitude because he had the attitude when he was Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. He'd fit perfectly in it.
They're both kind of old for that role. Johnny Cage is supposed to be like young movie star, like a young Tom Cruise. Who do we have that's like that? Ezra Miller.
Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 and stuff. He had a daughter Cassidy in those games. So what do you really want to do?
I don't know,
Maybe
man.
John Cena. I know that sounds weird, but
That sounds horrible.
All right, I see where you're going with though. I could kind of see John Cena, even though he is old too, but I could kind of see him as a better Johnny Cage than Carl Urban or the other one that I said a second ago.
not to
Ezra
mention
Miller.
if somebody's going to be shirtless, he's basically spent his entire career doing it.
They might as well go with Hugh Jackman or you know what I
Nah,
mean?
he's
Like
too
I'm
rugged.
tired of these. It's like that Super Bowl commercial shit. There's all these like old washed up actors in these commercials and these team up commercials, as if that's supposed to impact me or appeal to me. I don't know who the hell those commercials appeal to. It's like Johnny Cage is a character. If they're going to re-envision the character, I guess Carl Urban, but no, the essence of what the character is could be reimagined, but you don't. Carl Urban's not Johnny Cage. I'm sorry. That's not a Johnny Cage. He's a great actor. I love Carl Urban, but not as Johnny Cage. He's Kano. He's clearly Kano.
Yeah, most
That would
definitely.
be very good, Kano.
I want to see my boy Cabal in this next film. The guy with the hook swords.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Reptile was always my favorite because he's like the secret character. I don't know. He was always fun. He was like like Scorpion was cool, and Sub-Zero was like, man, he was all right. But Reptile was like the cool one. He's like the Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah. Before Cabal came in, Reptile was my main fighter. And his backstory is awesome because he's always as a slave or under somebody's thumb trying to get out from under it and pay his dues and, go about his own way. But he gets done wrong so many times in these Mortal Kombat games. It's ridiculous. Like he's died many a time and just come back for reasons.
Barack, dude.
I didn't watch this remaster. Did they have the black dragons or the red dragons in the remaster?
No.
Because, Cabal's one of them, and so is Kano.
No, it was totally focused on Sub-Zero and Scorpion and their clans going against each other.
And they flipped it. Sub-Zero was always the good guy, right? And then I'm thinking like way back from the very beginning, Sub-Zero, he was a bad guy, but like they eventually turned him into a good guy, and then Scorpion was the bad guy. Is that what it was? Right. His brother, and then eventually and so in this movie they flip it, and Scorpion's the good guy, Sub-Zero's the bad guy, or is he? It's like the end of the movie. There's the twist.
Well, like the original Sub-Zero was actually like a bad guy, and he. Well, they changed that up too, but so he's supposed to be like he killed like Scorpion's clan, but it turned out it was like another guy instead, and so Scorpion then kills Sub-Zero, and so then Sub-Zero's younger brother becomes the new Sub-Zero, and that's where you get like the good guy Sub-Zero from.
Okay, I do remember the good guy Sub-Zero that he had like the shoulder pads, but he didn't have the mask or anything.
Yeah,
so he looked like
ice arms.
Like what's that? Dean Cain. He looked like Dean Cain.
And Noob Saibot, that character that's in all black.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the original Sub-Zero.
That's
when
weird.
He dies,
That's
when
weird.
he dies and goes to the Netherrealm, he becomes the Noob Saibot.
I do remember hearing something like that. And then Saibot. Saibot. Saibot and Smoke are the same kind of characters, right?
Well, I
thought that was Scorpion. I didn't know that was Sub-Zero. I thought that was Scorpion because he was yellow, right?
Yeah.
Well, they did Goro completely wrong in this reboot. So who are they going to get to be the big bad this time around? It would have to be Cabal or Ermac or somebody else because I don't give a shit about Shinnok. And Shang Tsung,
did they even bring it? I don't remember. Was Shang Tsung in the last one? Because if he's not, he's got to be in this one. You got to get through Shang Tsung.
I don't think Shang Tsung was in this one.
So they got to bring him back. They got to use him at least in something because he's.
It'd be a good way of doing like an introduction because, like, if you're talking about like you're just adding some of the characters in the first movie, if you're wanting to introduce like the tournaments, the world tournaments that they got going on. Have it where the next villains be the dragons, the Black Dragon and the Red Dragon clans. That way you could bring in Sonya Blade. You could bring in Luke, Johnny Cage. I was going to say Luke Cage. Like Johnny Cage. And then you have Cabal and you have Kano. And then have them doing like some deal with like Shang Tsung. Where so now like, okay, now we're seeing the other world.
Am I crazy, or did they have Barack in one of the movies? Wasn't there a movie that had like
the second one? He was in Annihilation.
Yeah, Annihilation. He was in that, right?
Yeah.
Because I liked Barack. He was always one of my favorite ones to play. But I remember thinking that's not Barack that I remember. Like that wasn't very cool.
Well, everybody
got to go back and rewatch it.
Everybody became a downgrade in Annihilation.
Yeah, that's the one where they had that hat, and then they like threw it, or was it? What was that?
No, that was the new one.
That was the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a weird scene.
That was Kung Lao. That was Liu Kang's father.
Hat. That's right. Well, there was that weird in between. It wasn't actual. I don't think it was an official thing until this new movie came out, and then they started selling DVD sets. It was a TV show maybe or something. It was the two movies, and then it had this weird, almost fan fiction thing that was like it wasn't official canon or any shit until this movie came out, and then it was all of a sudden a part of every DVD collection just because they needed extra content, and so they put this. I thought it was fan fiction.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that 3D animated short.
Is that what it was? Yeah. It was really weird. It wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't. They were really trying to push the envelope.
They needed all the material they could get to put on that DVD set because they needed $40. They needed $40 bad.
From a Sega Saturn were put into a movie. That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah. And then they made this movie, which was pretty good. And so we got a sequel to this movie.
I'm interested in it. I just don't think Carl Urban was the right choice.
Who made the original soundtrack to the original Mortal Kombat movie? I know it's a lot of bands, but they need to do that again because that's what made that movie.
Skrillex did a song.
Yeah, who did the Mortal Kombat?
I don't know.
That's weird, right? We all know the song.
The Mortal Kombat theme was stolen from a Eurobeat song by 2 Unlimited called Twilight Zone. So it was stolen and reworked to be the Mortal Kombat theme.
What else are they doing? Let's steal from them again. What are they doing lately?
I have no idea.
We're bringing back April O'Neil. We got to bring back Vanilla Ice. We got to bring back Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat album was by a group called the Immortals.
That was a good album. That was one of the few CDs that I was allowed to have back when CDs first came out.
But that's not the only fighting game that's coming back and making a reboot, man. They're doing it 100%. They're bringing
Street Fighter. Woo! All right. Let's go Blanca.
Now, if they do this right, this one's going to have way better story structure than Mortal Kombat will. Because this actually has an ongoing story behind it.
The anime was pretty good. But
the anime was awesome.
Was horrible.
Street Fighter 2, the movie was phenomenal.
Vega was always my favorite one in that. I don't know why. He looked like Wolverine. He had the Wolverine claws, I guess. I don't know. And he was fast.
Oh, man. My boy Ken, all day, and then Guile. Guile was the shit.
Oh yeah, Guile had that cool kick. Like he did the upside down kick and the tornado kick, and then the
sonic boom.
Who's the one in the gray? It looks like Ryu and Ken, but in gray.
That's
Ryu.
That's Dark Ryu. I forget what they call the power is that he gets to become Dark Ryu, but
it's like Sato Hukin.
Huh?
It's the Sato Hukin, I believe, or something like that.
I'll take your word for it.
Where's Chun-Li on this? Is that her in the back? That's not her in the back, is it?
It's her right next to Guile.
Oh, okay. She's right between Guile and okay.
Zangief.
Damn, she's
so
like
Stanley likes the Russians. That's what I'm hearing.
Zangief was all right, but honestly, I think the sumo wrestler guy was better. And Blanca was like crazy. I never liked the boxer. That one sucked.
Nobody gave a shit about the boxer.
Oh, and Cammy, dude, Cammy's the best. Where's Cammy? Who's gonna play Cammy?
Cammy's right here in the back in the blue.
Sydney Sweeney, or whatever, Sweeney. Yeah, Cammy.
Yeah, but nothing's been released on it other than that it has been announced that they're working on it and it's getting a script ready. Other than
Seth
that,
Rogen, let's go.
anything.
Seth Rogen, Street Fighter.
Yeah, but are you gonna do? Oh shit, what's his name?
Bring back John Clan Van Damme.
No, are they going to do
man.
Akuma or are they going to do Bison?
Well, Bison's a classic. I mean, they're both classics at this point, but you got to go, just like Shang Tsung or whatever, you got to go through Bison. It'd be kind of interesting if they like had Bison and then they just took him out real quick and then went straight to the other guy.
Well, the problem with Akuma, if we're doing a story and wanting to because one of the problems of making like a fighting game movie is like how all of us right now just talked about it. Like, oh, this is my favorite character. This is my favorite character. That's too big a cast to make like any kind of actual focus, especially for a movie.
That's
Meaning,
true.
you're just going to see like E Honda in the background. Be like, there you go. That's your fucking clip of E Honda.
Yeah,
there he is, eating
Barry.
rice. Yeah. And so, like, when you're looking at the two main villains here, you got Bison, who's connected to every fighter that you see in front of you, and then you got Akuma, who really only matters to Ryu.
Yeah.
You know what? Back in the day, and they don't do this now. Nowadays, they'll throw every member berry at you. Back in the day, they would have like a scene in a movie with two boxers. It'd be like somebody, let's say Ryu's going to find fighters or some shit. There'd be a black boxer, and then he'd like beat some ass. And then that would just be the quick cameo. They never mentioned him, and you're supposed to expect that you're assuming that's that guy. You're like, oh, is that him? Well, and then they'd subvert that and then just go straight to the other character that they wanted to introduce for the movie. I don't know, whoever else, but then like Kyle or something. And then, but nowadays they would have like extensive scenes to give everybody their proper time. They don't do like clever shit like that, getting people invested. They'd be like, oh, I'm excited. Is that the guy? Oh, he's not going to be in. Oh, man. But you're like questioning and you're invested in the movie. Nowadays, they try to squeeze him and give him FaceTime and lines, and it would distract from the movie. Like Valerian. What's up, Mo Biggs?
What's going on, Mo Biggs? Happy that you're finally here, man. We've just been going through some of the movies and games that are going to be having upcoming films slated for 2025 to, who knows, 2028.
Mo missed it. You should have been in the chat on my channel last night. I was handing out wrenches like candy canes in Christmas time. Like it was,
no shit.
Everybody got wrenches yesterday.
Call it
Harbor
Freight.
Yeah, Harbor Freight. Yeah, I like that. You can return it anytime you want, and I'm not going to give you your money back. Just give you a different shitty wrench.
But yeah, man, we got a lot to look forward to in the coming years when it comes to shows and films with these video games and comic book movies coming out. And I'm all about it. Like, I've lost faith in Marvel, so I get to put my faith in DC now. And then with all these others just about ready to bring their A game with all these other video game films, because let's face it, everybody wants their own franchise and they all want to ride that bandwagon. So I don't see anybody ready to fumble the IP that they were actually given and can use.
I don't know. Out of the four we just talked about, the only two I can think of out of that list that I have any hope for whatsoever is the Mortal Kombat sequel. Because if they can do it right, if they work on it.
Really?
Well, as like the Street Fighter one, if it's animated, I'll have faith. If it's not animated, it's going to probably be dog shit.
I don't know if I agree with that. Ninja Turtles, I'm all about. As far as Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, I'll say Mortal Kombat already has the base for a good, solid project because the first one was pretty good. Street Fighter, they got to get a good director. It all depends on who they cast and who they direct, who's directing. Like, you could have an amazing cast and have a shitty director, and the movie's going to suck. You could have a good director and a shitty cast, and the movie could rock. So if they get the right casting director and the right director in there. What movie was it they just recently casted? It was like the perfect cast. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. It was like
Fantastic
Fantastic. I don't think it was Fantastic Four, but that's close.
That was a joke.
They did do an interesting casting on that one, other than Reed Richards. But I can't remember what it was. It was whoever there was like a movie. I literally just had this conversation. I was like, damn, dude, whoever did that casting did an amazing job casting that thing. And whoever that was that I was talking to, and whatever movie that was, that guy needs to do the casting for Street Fighter, and then we need a solid director. I don't know who would do a good Street Fighter.
Of course, I'm all for the Legacy reboot right after the 1990 film taking place in the Ronin universe. That's going to be awesome for Ninja Turtles. That's going to bring them out of the slump that they've been in. Thank you, Seth Rogen, you shitbag.
Yeah, you shitbag piece of shit mother.
So I'm really hyped for that one. I have faith that they'll do that one right. And then, of course,
Sin City had pretty good casting.
Sin City was good. Too bad that they almost recasted everybody in A Dame to Kill. But it was okay. It wasn't as great as the first one. Yeah. But Assassin's Creed, the show on Netflix, I have high hopes for that one because they did the Marvel shows right. They just have to be able to not deal with DEI bullshit and pandering to the wrong audience.
That's gone. DEI is out the window. We're done. We're done with that shit. And I think everybody knows it now.
Wishful thinking. You got two problems here. You got, first off, who made this? Oh, it's Netflix. Yeah, they got a really good track record. I can't wait for Netflix to get its hands on it. Hey, do you remember how they made like Cleopatra was always a black woman? I don't care what they tell you. Julius Caesar was always an Asian man.
Okay, but I'm going off their Marvel shows that they did,
which was good.
Like Daredevil, Punisher, Luke
and everybody's
Cage was okay.
Everybody who's been making movies the past like 4 to 5, 6 years has sucked at it, right? The DEI shit is so prevalent in everything. Now that that's gone, even Kathleen Kennedy's leaving. They did make a lot of great shows. Then came the Obama investment. Exactly. ESG.
Now we're in the Trump.
Yeah. Now it's time. That's all that shit's out the window, and everybody's just catching their breath so they can jump on this train. It's
right.
If you're not going to jump on this train, you're going to burn in hell.
So here's a lot coming out for this year and next year. So a Minecraft movie, we already saw that. Anything with Jack Black in it is going to do bad. We already know that, except Mario made it somehow.
I don't hate Jack Black, but yeah, that Minecraft looks like shit.
Until Dawn.
Which is already basically a movie that like poses as a game.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out in October. Five Nights at Freddy 2 is coming out December 5th.
Oh, that's right.
Street
they did make
Fighter.
That movie.
Okay, we do have a date for Street Fighter. That's going to be March 20th, 2026.
Well, then they've already got to have something going. They're going to film the whole movie and do everything in a year?
I have no idea, but that's what it's slated for.
That franchise deserves at least a year and a half.
Super Mario Brothers 2 is coming out April 3rd, 2026. And then here comes the to be announced that are already having people write it. The Legend of Zelda. Ghost of Tsushima. Horizon Zero Dawn. Helldivers 2.
Hell yeah.
The Sims. Fuck that.
The Sims? What is the movie like VR and you put on the headset and then you're the actor in the movie?
If you're doing The Sims, you're just making the fucking Friends and Modern Family movie. That's all you're doing.
That? Okay, so that'll be up there with the Barbie movie. That's going to be a girl movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gears of War.
All right. That sounds all right. Yeah.
Return to Silent Hill.
All right. I like Silent Hill. I did like the first Silent Hill movie.
That movie was garbage.
I know the 20-minute dialogue at the end or monologue at the end sucked, but it had really cool moments. Like that movie had like video game moments that were good.
They shoved like 3 games into one movie and did them all wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't. What are they going to do? It's like it wasn't Resident Evil.
I don't know.
They had one shot.
Follow the script. Follow the story that's already written for you.
Yeah, but they had one shot, and they had to bring in new people, and they had to make all those stories make sense. I thought they did a great job with that one. The Pyramid
None of
Head
that made any sense.
Pyramid
Head shouldn't even been there.
Yeah, he should have, because he was the reason people went to go watch it. So he had to be there.
The member berries.
That
Dangle
was
the
good
cheese
enough.
at the camera.
Mo Big says they're making a show based on The Sims, talking about striking while the iron is hot. Death Stranding is coming. Days Gone.
Days Gone. All right. That was all right.
Dredge. Uncharted 2.
Is. All right.
Yeah. Pokemon Detective Pikachu 2 is coming back.
Why can't they just make a normal Pokemon movie?
I
know that was a hit because of Ryan Reynolds, but
it would have been a hit without him.
Yeah, it would have. And he, I guess, doubled it. So I guess you got to make a sequel.
Stray is coming back. No, Ryan Reynolds just took part of the budget. That's all he did. BioShock.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Space Channel 5.
I don't know what that is.
That's an old
and then my personal favorite coming out as a film is Comic Zone.
I was just thinking about that game. When you were talking about that explosion on that one panel, I was going to say, it's like, hey, that looks like something straight out of Comic Zone. But then I was like, wait, we were looking at a comic.
All right. And then for TV shows.
That could be cool. I remember that game.
God of War is going to be a TV show.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Although that would have been a cool movie. I don't know about a TV show, but I guess it could work.
Mass Effect is going to be a TV show.
Oh, yeah. That I could see that being a TV show. It better be a good one. Mass Effect is one of my favorite sci-fi games. I love Mass Effect, the trilogy.
It's going to be like Farscape, but with more fucking.
Yeah, right. They need to do the Reavers and all the Reapers or whatever, the Reavers. They need to do it right.
No, what's going to happen is they're going to be like, hey, guys, this is great and all. We love you got our characters in there, but where's the Reapers at? And they're like, Reapers? What are those?
Right. The whole reason for the whole fucking thing, or the Prometheans, they bring that in there too. That'd be cool. But I could see that being a TV show.
No. Space Channel 5 was a dancing game for Sega Dreamcast. Fuck, The Sims feel fresh by comparison.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, how are they going to make a movie out of a dancing game?
Just like The Sims. You got to like the dance floor. It's 4D movies, bro. Have you ever been to a 4D movie?
Right.
No.
Mass Effect would be a great movie. That would be a good TV show. It'd be like I feel like they're going to end up doing the same as they did with Fallout. Not the best, but Fallout wasn't the worst. Yeah, it was actually not bad. It was fun. It was a fun watch. So I'm excited for Fallout Season 2 whenever that comes out. I can see Mass Effect
God of War, Ancient Greece, perfect. We can make everyone gay.
They'll make Kratos black and gay.
If HBO makes God of War, it'll be okay. It'll be good.
You know who would be a good who is the main in God of War? I forgot his name.
Kratos.
Kratos. You know who would be a good Kratos? Not even lying.
Will Smith.
No.
Ben Browder.
No. Triple H. Paul Levesque from WWF.
Why not
WWE.
The Rock?
No, fuck that. He's got Moana. Get out of here.
We'll CGI his face, so we don't have to look at the actual Rock.
Well, he's going to be in white makeup the whole time anyways. He'll be fine. It's just white face.
No. And then the last one that I'm really interested in, that's going to be a TV show, which if they do it like Jack Reacher, it's going to be epic. Splinter Cell.
Yeah. Nice. Splinter Cell was a cool game. I sucked at it because I suck at sneaking around.
Yeah.
I'm like a jump in and just shoot them up kind of guy. And that's not how the game works. But that could be a cool, like James Bond, but modern.
Right?
Yeah, that would be really cool. Modern tech, James Bond, that'd be fucking awesome.
All right. Well, let's take a break here for a second. I just saw this on Fund My Comic, and it actually looks interesting. It's already fulfilled, so it's just a storefront now. You can, if you want to try it out, you can go in and order it, and it will arrive to you. But this one's called Interplanet. I haven't seen this one before, but it's fully funded at $740. So let's take a look, see, shall we? Should I blow it up, or is it good like that?
Yeah, blow it up. I'll be right back.
The Drake and the 99 Dragon series will be.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Them over here being like, it's going to be great. And I'm just like, yeah, I can see a snail trail already leading up to the screen.
You know what would be better than The Sims and that other the dance game?
What's that?
Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yeah.
Right? But you do it Toxic Avenger style. That would be a fucking awesome movie or a TV show, whatever. It could be a movie. I don't care if it's a TV show.
I think a TV show would work because they go through all these different monsters all the time. It's almost like a supernatural.
Yeah. It could be like Stand Against Evil if you ever saw that. That was a great show too.
I think CGI is there because that's the way we're going with movies nowadays. Let's get an Earthworm Jim film.
That's too weird.
No,
it's
it's
too
not.
weird.
It'd have to be like Mario. I feel like that maybe practical effects, but I'm thinking like the Mario CGI kind of style.
Pop some acid, watch the film, you'll love it.
You know what? And I hate this. That might actually be a good movie for Seth Rogen to make.
I'm telling you.
I don't like Seth Rogen at all, but that might actually be a good movie that kind of fits his humor. Like snarky.
No, that's off brand for Seth. For Seth Rogen, I got you for Seth Rogen. You're gonna love it. Toe Jam and Earl.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's more Seth Rogen.
Yeah. But I don't know. I could see Seth Rogen doing it. If there was anything out there, yeah, you're right. That one would be good for him, but I could see him doing that.
But let's try.
Yeah. Mo and the cheerleader trans. No, the cheerleader's going to be like one of those the plant bad guys.
Metroid would be awesome, but nobody's touching it.
Dude, Metroid would be amazing. But yeah, well, that'd have to be a TV show. It couldn't be a movie. Yeah. They'd have to do like a really badass TV show. Like
I'm still saying it because I haven't gotten it yet, but I want my fucking Star Fox anime.
That'd be cool too. Yeah,
I want to say if you wanted a trippy game turned into a movie, Cruelty Squad.
Cruelty Squad?
Yeah.
I haven't played that.
I don't know.
I can't even describe it. You have to look it up.
If you can't even describe it, it doesn't sound like I want to check it out.
I'm looking at it and I can't describe it.
Absolutely not.
Hold on a second. Holy shit, dude. What the hell? All right, I'm going to share it. Hold on.
I dare you to try mushrooms on that one.
I'm sharing it.
Dude, that hurts my eyes.
Yeah. I got it shared if you want to pull it up. That is some weird, trippy shit. Oh,
where do you find these fucking games? Yes.
Those AOL CDs that they used to send in the mail.
That's actually new. It's a newer game, believe it or not.
Oh, man.
Don't ruin Samus like that, Mo. Don't ruin Samus.
Who's got lit up for Samus?
Mo says the girl boss. A lesbian with a nose ring.
They would do that to her. They would. But who would you have play Samus?
You could have Brie Larson try and make up for what she did in Captain Marvel.
No, not Brie Larson. Absolutely not. I do not like Brie. Her boobs aren't big enough. I better not hear fucking Sydney Sweeney, or I'm gonna fucking lose it. I got a better one than that other girl, Captain Marvel girl, Sydney Sweeney.
Fuck you.
Subnautica would be a really cool TV show. Like if they shot it kind of like Lost.
Uh-oh. I made him upset. I upset him somehow. I don't know what I did, but I upset him. He is not one that you trifle with.
You know what they would do? They would take that girl, Scarlett Johansson, and make her blonde, just like they tried to make her Asian. They would make her be Samus Aran.
Ark would be a bad idea, but Forest would be a really good one. And Ark would only be Arc would only be a bad idea because
I'm
you would
sorry,
have
Mo.
the actual writers of the game adding in onto the story. They did a TV show. They actually did a cartoon for Arc, and it was bad. It was very, very bad.
Yeah, I saw that. That was bad. Yeah, Mo, I'm with you on this. That's what the fuck is going on? What kind of channel is this?
I'm just saying. Try
Sydney
and let her
Sweeney
redeem
over.
herself.
You're saying
Sydney
the Brie
Sweeney-
Larson over Sydney Sweeney?
No, Sydney Sweeney, and I mean this.
Oh, I
she
know
is
exactly.
a Bond girl. That is all she is. She is not a badass.
Hold
I
on.
don't care how you try and twist it. She's not. She's a Bond girl.
Hey,
Take Elliot Page.
No, I got one.
Samus.
I got
No,
it, but
not
she
Elliot
does
Page.
risky shit. So pull the screen down real quick. You don't have to can't delete it or nothing. But I'm gonna look up
strings. Not here.
drop my share screen real quick. I'm gonna look something up. I don't know what's gonna pop up, so I don't want it on your channel. But I got the best.
You gotta hide his porn searches.
Well, that too. I don't want people to see it.
No, I'm just trying to let people redeem themselves. I'm not like a Brie Larson fan. I'm not. She's named after fucking cheese.
Where is she at? Oh, dude, she had to have done it. There's a cosplayer out there. I'm pretty sure has done.
I guess you're right.
Metroid, but I'm not seeing any good pictures. If any of these are actually her, so I'm just gonna look up regular this cosplayer because she would be the best. All right, go ahead. Let me find a good picture.
Are you sure?
Hold on, let me find a good one.
Maybe
Yeah, we all
because
know.
some cosplayers are into the VA community,
yeah.
the voice acting community, so they might actually have some acting chops behind them.
Well, she's like the best cosplayer in my opinion. But I'm trying to find a good picture. That's also.
I think we all know what's going to pop up on Peter's screen.
Hold on a minute. I'm finding something that's acceptable for
Nothing but pitter patter all the way
Damn,
down.
dude. This girl's got a shitload of pictures, but all the ones on here. Oh, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Dude, come on, chick. Where's it go? Okay, let me just pull this up. Whatever.
I'm
this
seeing
is.
what you're going through, and I can't share anything yet.
No, these aren't bad. Oh, this one. Yeah.
To be
This
fair,
is
though, on
bad.
the voice acting side of it, most
What
of
about
the
this?
Metroid would be CGI, so it kind of would be like a voice acting gig.
God damn it,
anyways.
Peter.
Hold on, I got a better one. More acceptable. Hold on, let me find it. Nope. No. Oh, damn. Okay.
But seriously, it's becoming slim pickings for females when it comes to putting them in kind of badass roles, because you can't picture any of them when they're fucking thin as twigs. You need somebody with a little bit of meat on them.
It's not even just that. It's like you also got the idea that the original old female roles have been kind of gotten rid of. Like, for instance, with the Cowboy Bebop remake that they did for live action television, Faye's character is meant to be like a femme fatale. She uses her looks to get what she wants. She cons people and is constantly snaking around and doing shit. They thought that was like an inappropriate way to represent like a female character, so they changed her into like a loud, brash, retarded ass character.
I actually have a good one. I have a good one for Samus, guys. Here we go.
Oh,
She's from WWE. Just hear me out.
All right.
Becky Lynch.
Do you have pictures of her?
I'll get one.
Oh, no, not that. Okay, here we go. I got it. Her name's Jessica Negri. Or Negri. I don't know how you say it. She's a cosplayer.
And I think she actually does do voice acting as well. So she does have some
so.
acting.
You know who I'm talking about, right? She would be perfect as Samus.
And she'd sign up for it in a heartbeat. They could get her cheap.
Yeah, dude. You need to get her now before she's too much older, I guess. And lets herself go.
God. Okay, Peter.
Hey, I'm just being practical here, Yeah,
you're going to act like tomorrow she's going to turn into the new Lizzo. It's not a thing that happens.
You never know.
It's not a werewolf.
You never know with these cosplayers. They may just be done one day and then, get pregnant and then start making calendars.
There you go. There's your Samus. I mean, what the fuck? I shared it. Oh,
are you sure? No. She's not bad, but no. Pull mine up.
Pull yours
Don't
up.
worry, Mo. I got your back. I got
Whatever,
one
man.
way better. Gina Carano is Samus? I don't know. She's not Jessica Negri.
Gina Carano should have been Wonder Woman.
All right, check this out. That's what I'm talking about. Jessica. She would be Samus.
I do kind of like the idea of the wrestler, though, because at least you know she's physically capable of doing some of the stunts on screen.
That's what I'm saying. Name another actress that has that.
This girl can do stunts.
Gina
Hold on.
Carano.
Look at that. She can do stunts.
She's Wonder Woman.
Sorry, Jessica.
She can be, yes, Samus Aran right here all day and night. All right. You know what? Who do you want? Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Somebody. You're like going for Brie Larson. Do you want The View? Somebody from The View? Fine. Let's get Oprah Winfrey to play.
You know damn well Whoopi Goldberg would be Madam Web.
I will take Whoopi Goldberg if she rolls into a ball physically. Like, it's not a CGI effect. She has to roll into a ball and roll across the floor.
See, Mo Big's right.
She can do it. Jessica can roll into a ball. I've seen it. That's a different search, but that's a different search. But I've seen her.
How can you not see the shared screen?
What? It's on
right there.
I can see it. That's weird.
I can see it. You need your damn glasses.
Because you're on your phone or something? Are you the only one that can't see it?
Enhance.
Enhance? Hold on. I got you. I got this.
See, this is the adult version of.
Oh, won't let me zoom in any more than that. Thanks.
My Little Pony.
Instagram.
Jumping Jack Hot Flash.
You seeing the Samus Aran? Look at that. That's Samus Aran right there.
I see somebody that does OnlyFans. I don't see Samus.
Well, she does that. She does lots of things.
Yeah, she's a woman of many talents. Don't hate
That's
on her.
Talent these days.
She does the OnlyFans, and she does Instagram, and she's got a YouTube channel. She does cosplay. She goes to shows. She's an entrepreneur.
And she's done voice acting, like I said. So,
as long as you have a shit ton of Photoshop filters.
She's got an English accent, so I don't know. Maybe that might ruin everything.
See, I think me and Mo, I think we can find some middle ground on what I'm trying to accomplish and what he wants. You're just hurting him.
No, I'm expanding his mind. I'm opening him up to new horizons.
Calm down, Lucy.
Hold on, maybe she could. If she would have been a great Mystique.
I want to say she actually did cosplay her, like the original Mystique.
No, she's the ditzy little girl from Resident Evil 4. That's who she is.
Actually, Stanley, I've seen her YouTube videos. She's quite funny. She does these things where she knows she's pretty and she's got big boobs, so she bounces around, but then she'll do something silly to make you think like you could actually approach her in public, like she's like one of us.
Okay. Is this your way of like making a shout out? You're like, hey, got a YouTube channel.
She should be on our channel. No, she would never jump on our channel. I'm gonna reach out to her. I'm gonna say, hey, Jessica. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to do a live stream, and we're going to talk about you, and I need you to jump on real quick. I think she would be a great Samus.
All right, let's check this Fund My Comic out real quick. So, like I said, this thing's fully funded already. It's called Interplanet. Basically just a storefront on Fund My Comic right now, but the art actually caught my eye, so that's why I decided to check it out.
I'll be right back. Now I'll check out this video.
So Interplanet issue 1 is from Jason Raddick. It's a 31-page story, and we'll check out the video real quick. Oh, that is low. Yeah.
An orb.
There's an orb for Peter right there. Okay, so I'm going to say that sucked. I didn't care for that video at all. What'd you think, guest?
I was kind of caught up in the idea of like a sci-fi fantasy. I kind of like those. I mean, I know some people have tried it in the past, but it's like it keeps popping in my head as Kroll.
Yeah. I can see
And art
that.
is nice.
I mean, just add a pinup at the end of that pretends to be part of the story, so you can say 32 pages. Yeah, this is a 31-page story, Peter.
That's weird. How do you do that?
The art isn't, I don't know.
Interplanetary?
Interplanet. So they didn't even get the title correct. Anyway, here we go.
All right.
Felix Mercador.
Nice.
Felix Mercador has betrayed his planet, the futuristic Mangala, and fled to Demiad, a medieval world ruled by evil sorcerers called Vosgos. They control the population with secret police and insectoid soldiers. Yeah, I like this. This is great art.
Did it insectoids?
Insectoids.
Oh, insectoids. All right.
This is pretty damn good art, though.
Yeah, man. I do like this art.
Wily spills
Oh,
classified
yeah.
information
Scroll
to
down
a
a little bit
high-ranking
more.
officer. Felix marries a beautiful warrior named Ronala, a member of the Archazon tribe. Once proud rulers of Demiad, they are now relegated to slums.
Scroll down a little bit more.
This is excellent art.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Band of the Crow. It's not as great as Band of the Crow, but it's right behind it.
I like non-manga eyes too. Non-manga eyes are better. Manga eyes are weird. I don't understand those big. Like, it's funny if it's a cartoon, if it's supposed to be hilarious, but why is it so common in everything? Dinosaurs.
Soon, Felix Ronala's precarious existence is rocked by interplanetary events that could lead to war.
You got Sauron? Hell yeah.
There's your orb there, Peter.
That's more like an Infinity Stone.
Okay, how about...
It is kind of an orb. Yeah, you're right. It is an orb.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm done. I'm out.
I
actually like this cover down here.
Can he and Ronala escape the wrath of the sinister Vosgos? Interplanet Issue 1 begins an epic sci-fi fantasy saga of espionage, conspiracy, and danger. Felix and Ronala are entering a labyrinth of political intrigue and crime networks, all while their home planets move closer to war. Don't miss your chance to find out how the saga begins. The book is 31 pages of story, and the art is almost done. Well, it's already done because he's already sending them out to people. But yes, this is an excellent cover.
I like this cover. I don't like that orb back there. That orange orb. Although I will say, as far as orbs go, that's a very black hole-ish. Well, it's a very singularity type of orb, and I do dig that. It's like a spaceship or something. But I do like this. It's very bright. It's a very bright cover.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like the artwork. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, we can actually make facial features for characters and it doesn't look like fucking trash or smashed faces.
Yeah.
Very few people are able to pull it off.
Yeah, it's
What's up with
giving
this
me kind
dude?
of a Flash Gordon vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking at like this green, yellowish green guy with the weird haircut. He's like what is that? It's like femboy haircut right there. That used to be a surfer haircut. Like I used to have that haircut. This green guy.
Oh, you
Yeah.
had a femboy haircut?
Yeah, well, it wasn't femboy back then. That was a surfer haircut. You know, that dude obviously used to go hit the waves, or he's gay.
Or he's a Viking. That's a modern Viking haircut.
I guess
now.
that's true. Yeah, it could be Viking.
This-
But
this
This is a
dude,
really good use of colors. I like this.
yeah, I do too. But ever since Vikings, the TV show came out, and everyone started
Yeah.
having those haircuts, that's when like they took it over. You know what I mean? And then they moved in their the craziness, and now it's femboy, whatever kind of haircut. Which sucks
really
because
good.
mohawks used to be cool too, especially on chicks. And now it's like you gotta. What are you supposed to do now when you see somebody with a girl with a mohawk? You're supposed to be like, and I don't hate them, but they did ruin mohawks on chicks. And I'm talking about SJWs and the DEI stuff and Disney and
I'll be
Buzz
right back.
Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear ruined it.
They need to
Yeah.
give Mohawks to Minnie Mouse.
Mohawk, a Minnie Mouse mohawk would be kind of cool. That'd be hot. I'm down for that. I always hated Mickey and Minnie. Like I never understood why anybody gives a shit about those mice. Like obviously, it's with Donald Duck, not Daffy Duck. Donald Duck
Yeah.
and Goofy.
I was going to say, yeah, even as a kid, I never gave a shit about Mickey Mouse. I was like, where's Donald? I want to see him punch
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, Donald and Goofy. Those are the only two that matter. And then of course Scrooge and all the extras after them. The boys, the nephews, they're
Louie,
always
Dewey,
fun.
and Louie.
Yeah. And then sometimes that chick. Who is that chick, by the way? The girl. Is she their cousin? Or who is she?
Yeah.
She's their cousin? That's awkward.
Just another one of the extended family that for some reason Donald's taking care of because all the rest of the parents are garbage.
Yeah, where are the parents? Because it's Uncle Scrooge and Uncle Donald. So who are the parents? And it's Uncle Darkwing Duck, whatever his name was. He was the uncle too. He was another member of those. So where's the dipshit brother that abandoned his kids to all these, the other ones? They're
He's
like
not allowed
bouncing
in the
around.
park. He's got a restraining order. He's got to stay like 50 feet away from any place with like kids.
Yeah. I want to know who the dad is, and how come in 100 years they haven't tackled that lore? Or I don't know when the Huey, Dewey, and Louie came out, but you know what I mean. In 80 years, they never talked about it. Who do you think it is? Maybe they have shown us. Is it
I know
Bluto?
they did a remake of it not too long ago, and they made the girl gay.
It sucked. That sucked. Just like the new Transformers, where you had the Autobot that was trans. Go figure. They're Transformers, right? And so of course they had to go there, and they had to have a talk about being trans to some little girl on the Transformers show. And I'm like, this show is not what I remember it to be. You need to have an uncle, but no parents, and their uncle has an uncle, but no parents. That's true too. They never talk about mom and dad ever.
So is Scrooge related to Darkwing Duck?
Yes, they're brothers, I think, because
Really?
Scrooge, Darkwing Duck, and Donald are all brothers. I believe because they're the uncles of the three boys. They're all the uncles of them. Because Scrooge was in Darkwing Duck, if I'm not mistaken, because Darkwing Duck had that buddy of his, which was also Scrooge's buddy, that other duck that could fly planes. That dude's in both those shows. Launchpad was in both of them. And so he was the bridge, and so Scrooge was Darkwing's brother, which was Donald's brother. So they're like all three brothers, and the boys were the nephews of all three of them. So that means
that's too much.
Mickey and Minnie's kids?
Darkwing is the one that abandoned that little girl duck. That was his
Darkwing
niece.
that's another girl who's a niece. Damn, dude, that's a big family. That's like the Orchard family.
Mo Big's keeping it real up in here, man. The boys are Scrooge's great nephews.
They're not his great nephews.
I don't know if you want to argue Mo.
But Darkwing, okay, so there's the girl that, okay, in DuckTales, there was the girl that hung out with them, but that wasn't that tomboy that Darkwing Duck had. So that means there's two girls out there. Are they sisters? And they're the cousins to the boys? I always took it as love interest, but maybe they were cousins. Whoa, this gets deep, dude. Was Daffy their father all along? But then Daffy's over in Warner Brothers, so that's why he's never around in Disney. Because he's a Warner Brothers fuck up. And so that's why he's over there. And he's like, guys, save my kids. Warner Brothers are going to kill him. I know it. And so he hands them over to Disney. Man, that's deep.
But this is a 31-page book, apparently, but it's only $13 plus shipping. That's pretty good.
That's a good price for a 31-page.
And then the digital is only $5. That's insane.
That's good. That's not insane. That's fair.
I always think digital should be half the price of the physical, because honestly, when you look at the money that goes into these things, you're putting more money into the physical just because of the art pages, period. So
that's
you're not putting that much money out to be printed, in all honesty.
Well, I mean,
your money is going to the arts and the lettering.
But you do want that physical. So the digital, I think five. It's a little less than half. That's
I'd say 7. I'd do 7.
No, I wouldn't. You could go to a comic book store and get a comic for $7, unless it was 48 pages or 32 pages. Maybe.
Yeah, but again, we're not talking about comic shops. We're talking about indie campaigns, and they're always going to be a little bit pricier than what you pay for.
That's true. You're not just backing a good-looking book. You're backing, you're backing a creator. You want to support. Yeah. It's half support. I don't know. It's kind of that's a weird question. That's a weird one too. Are we backing for support the cultural war bonds thing, which is Rip-A-Verse, which is what your boy Zach is always talking about, the cultural war bonds. But the opposite end would be like somebody who makes books that aren't good that you are supporting because you like the person.
See, for me,
or maybe they are good. I don't know. The quality is irrelevant.
It's completely different for me because I understand that we were at the beginning a medium to get away from what was being sold to us and what we were told to, indulge in and be something against that. But as soon as I got in after my first issue with Cobalt and just meeting everybody, that totally fell away from my mind, dude. I just thought that we were creators helping each other out in this community, enjoying each other's creations, projects, and just having a fucking good old time doing it.
Yeah.
The whole idea of going against what the media was selling you totally left my mind after the first few months, because I was interacting with these creators. I was making friends. I was enjoying new books that I was just helping indie creators make. That's what it is to me. It has nothing to do with what is out there anymore.
Yeah, I can't say that I backed a book for its cultural significance. There's no to fight the SJWs. I never backed a book for that reason. Every book I backed was because it was
but even then, it's just satire.
Well, there were books that were silly looking that I thought, oh, this would be fun. This might be an interesting read. But it wasn't like, oh, I got to support this guy because he's fighting the war. You know what I mean? Right. It wasn't like that. This is a good-looking book. I'm looking at the paneling here. Scroll. Okay, you're at the top of this page, right? If you scroll down, I love how this top half blends into this bottom half because the panels are obviously in the center of the page. So there's like, oh, where's the line that separates? Well, there is no line. You got this glowing effect here that kind of fades away with some cross hatching over on the other end.
Right.
It like blends perfectly together. This is a really well done page. Like, this is good storytelling. This is what it's all about. Good art. It's interesting. It looks like it's a fun book. Like the Crow book that we looked at recently. That book looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, Band of the Crow.
Band of the Crow. Yeah, this looks like it's up there with that book, man.
And this has nothing to do with what's going on outside. Like,
Plus,
when it comes to all that shit. To me, I'm just backing people that are interested in creating stuff for us. And if I like it, I'll be back. If I don't, try something else.
There was a time right at the beginning when I was like really excited and I was wanting to support people, but not because of the culture war or anything. It was like, right. Oh yeah, I like this guy and I want to support him. I want to see him do some cool. He's got a cool idea, or you know what I mean? Like, I like his book. I like the idea. I'm going to support it, see what it turns out. There were a couple of doozies that really started making me think twice about how much money I'm going to start putting towards those books. And then there's a couple of doozies I never got. And I'm not talking about the big creators. I'm talking about Roken. Roken is one I never got that I was excited about. I really wanted to get Roken. Remember that one? That was that heavy metal looking book. I don't think I'm ever going to get that book. I was told I was never going to get that.
Don't ever shit on your own creation, man. You're doing what you can with what you got.
When your book comes out, I'm backing it. Your book looks fun.
I'm backing the fuck out of that one.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
looks cool, man.
Where the fuck is it? We'll look at it again.
Just check it out, because that is a cool looking book.
Was it Kickstarter, Indie Comic, or what?
That was on. Oh, I don't remember.
What was it, Zombie? You let me know in a minute. But
Indiegogo.
Okay, because I am backing Interplanet just because of the art.
Yeah, this does look pretty good. I wish I saw more art. I feel like this guy's holding out on us with these 3 pages he gave us.
Yeah, this cover here, it is a totally different story from what I'm getting from these.
It's true. I'm not seeing a connection here.
I'm seeing the medieval, like, sorcery type storytelling that you would get with, like, Golden Axe or something like that. This right here tells me this is a space opera.
Which is Buck Rogers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Buck Rogers. Did you ever watch? Am I thinking of Buck Rogers? What's the one with the blonde dude that had that went up against the dude?
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon is the one I'm thinking of. Flash Gordon. Have you ever watched the really, really old ones? That is a different show, man. That is not the Flash Gordon. When I grew up, I had this vision of what Flash Gordon looks like. It's the dude in the red shirt, and he's got the gold belt, and he's like got the space pistol, right? The original Flash Gordon was like he looked like a Navy guy. He was like in a Navy suit in a submarine that was flying through the atmosphere, space and shit, right? Like around Earth. Like, he wasn't much of a space bearing, at least in the episodes that I watched. And it was like he was on a submarine. It didn't look like the Flash Gordon that we've come to know at all. Like, it's completely different. Very interesting to watch. Of course, my wife was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'm like, "Flash Gordon, man, this is the shit." And she's like, "Okay." And then an hour later, I'm watching Stingray or whatever those puppet shows.
I got it, Zombie.
The submarine puppet show. Yeah, what was the name of that one? Do you know what I'm talking about? The classic puppet show. Look.
Howdy Doody?
It's like Howdy Doody, but it was like they're underwater. And she was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" Like, I'm always putting on weird shit like that.
Zombie, did you change it up? Because I remember this going to be on Kickstarter, but it is now on Indiegogo. Did you switch up? Because I remember us going through the pages and everything, but this is just a sign-up page. But we'll give the video a look.
I was right. It was Stingray. Stingray's a great show, by the way. You got to watch Stingray. It was never on Kickstarter. It was either Fun My Comic or Indiegogo.
This looks like an
Did
old
we watch?
Sega.
Have we? Is
looks
this
like an
new?
old Sega Genesis game.
Is this a new trailer?
Yeah.
See, this art is different than the art that we were looking at at the
Yes, it
beginning.
is.
This is
100%.
much better artwork. Yeah, there she is. Sedusa. I love it.
This is one of those ones where it's so weird it's intriguing.
Exactly. Like Pitter Patter. Or Roach Balls. That's a really cool piece, too. That cover is a really good piece, man. Did you do that cover? So, on the whole, I would say this is up there as far as intrigue. This is up there with Roach Balls as far as intrigue goes.
100%.
Roach Balls, the artwork is more refined. I will give Roach Balls, like Roach Balls is definitely more refined artwork. But this right here, like you're showing right now, is leaps and bounds beyond what we were looking at the first time we looked at this book.
Right.
Yeah, this artwork right here. What I would suggest is going back to that earlier artwork, if you haven't already, and doing this to it, because this looks awesome. This looks like fun, man. This looks cool. Go back and fix some of that other artwork. Where I don't even know if you ever want to hit me up on Twitter and like throw some stuff at me. I'll throw you some pointers if you want.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not going to be rude. I'm honest, like I'm autistic or some shit. But
there we go. So I'm subscribed for when this thing launches because I'm going to be one of the very first backers, if not the first backer.
Didn't I? I think I already subscribed to this. Let me check. Subscribe Hero, which, by the way, badass name, dude. I'm still kind of surprised how you got that title, like how nobody came up with that. So kudos, man. That's a cool title. Subscribe Hero.
Like, does this not look like it came out of like a 90s cartoon or a 90s Sega game?
Yeah, okay, no, hold on. This is a panel right here. This page, this is one. I like it, but it needs something. Like, the planet looks cool. There's something about the space station. And I like the idea. Those lightning bolts in the middle there. It looks like the lightning bolts are converging to, like a space portal type of deal, like a Stargate.
I think I know what's throwing you off. I think I know what it is. I think it's the triangles. The yellow triangles are
Oh, yeah. Maybe the triangles. That might be it. Yeah. Not that it's like the design is bad, but
no.
What are the triangles? Because we have solar panels, so they could be some other kind of device, but it needs a little more detail or something. Something. It needs a thing. Something. There's something else. There's something about it that needs a little bit of pizzazz.
But yeah, this has 90 screaming all over it, man. Just the
I already subscribed to
the texture used.
And the cover, dude. That cover is brilliant. That right there. That is a brilliant cover, man.
See,
I'm down for this book. I'm gonna definitely be back, and I'm already on the sign up list. So whenever you decide to launch, and if you ever want to hit me up on Twitter, I've got like a big packed schedule. But you ever want to throw some stuff at me and get my opinion on something, I'm totally down to like give my 2 cents. You don't have to take what I say seriously. You could just say, fuck off, you're an idiot. And that's fine with me. I don't care. Like Jake, I was telling Jake when I was looking at his, I was like, well, I do this and that. And he's like, you're a fucking moron. That's stupid. You know what the hell you're talking about. And I said, well, I'm an artist. And then he's like, yeah, bro, but I got two books. And I'm on my third book, and I got the next one already going. And I was like, whoa, bro. I mean, you don't have to slap your dick down like that. I'm just, here to help.
I never said anything such.
He's kind of an asshole, actually, when you think about it. I was trying to like not to hold back the tears a little bit. I was just trying to help. You didn't have to call me that. You didn't have to start calling me names. But
Whatever.
If it
man,
gets too
anytime.
rough, just do what Dojo did. Yeah, put him in his place.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Block me and then beat my ass.
Interplanet
It's
being
in my
$13 for the physical, the shipping's $8. So for that 31-page book, it's $21 altogether.
All right, but we gotta show that page. You're still on Subscribe Hero here.
Yeah, because I'm putting in all of my information right now, and I don't want you guys to see it.
Oh, okay. All right, Zombies. It's not on Kickstarter. It's on Indiegogo. Subscribe Hero. It looks badass. I think it needs a few tweaks, but I think that it's like from what I've seen, I'm totally backing this book. This looks
As a
cool.
matter of
I want to
fact,
back it.
Because my wrenches aren't doing it, I went ahead and shared it in the chat for everybody to go check it out. Go subscribe.
Go check it out.
Subscribe
Get on that sign-up page.
Get on that.
This is one of those diamond in the rough kind of things that you look at, just like Pitter Patter, by the way. It's one of those that we look at, thinking one thing, but the more you look at it, the more you're like, this is intriguing. This is cool. And then when he came on to talk about it and then dropped the fucking mother load on us that was not in the campaign or whatever, we were like, bro, you got to show this stuff. This is the good stuff. You got to show it.
Okay. So Mo was doing his job. I apologize.
Oh. This is going to be one of those like those diamond books, the diamond in the rough, whatever. Those hidden gems.
Yeah. And then
that I love to find. We love this too. I love to find those books, man.
Yeah, Interplanet, putting that one in there also, because these are two books I do highly recommend for people. Subscribe Hero just looks fucking phenomenal. It looks weird. It looks zany. It's one for the books. And how many pages is this one supposed to be?
What, like 100 pages or some shit?
Yeah. The dude's putting work in overtime.
He's doing it right. Like, yeah, you're doing it right, man. This is a really cool looking book. A fun read. 100 pages.
A couple notes that I would put for your sign up page. I would put right here where it says early bird signups might just get a special item. I would either put what the item is, or I would put the special item and how many pages the book is. Down here, I would give some kind of description. I think you're supposed to be able to give some kind of description on your sign up page. So I would give like a little, like, I don't know, 150 letter description of what's going on if you have like time.
A general summary of the story or something. Right.
Because you're giving us the art. Pitch. The art's great. Yep. The video's good.
Yeah, I like that video. That's a good video.
The music on the video works for what you're presenting. It's really good for a first timer coming out. I really like this. That is just, yeah. I don't know why I'm in love with the font so much, but I am. But that right there, that is
a cool panel. Sedusa. I can't believe, dude. What are you?
Oh yeah.
How come nobody? I've never heard of Sedusa before or Subscribe Hero.
Yeah, it'd be so obvious.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so it is 100 pages. That's going to be so good, man.
I want to see the cosplayer of Sedusa
who drew Interplanet and put him on something with a marketable title. Yeah, Interplanet's not good for what it is. I mean, the art and story and everything are great, but that title does not do it justice.
Yeah, I agree with that. Interplanet.
His name's Jason Raddick. Website links apparently doesn't have. Oh, talk to me on Twitter. What's that say?
What's that? What are you talking about? Talk to me on Twitter.
Here's Jason Raddick. So it's at Jason Raddick. We need to get him on.
Yeah, you should definitely reach out to him. Interplanet. I kind of agree. Like, I'm Valerian. I don't think the stories are similar at all, but it's that sci-fi opera like you were talking about, right? Valerian
Oh, dude.
almost has nothing. It's like the main character's name, but it's a cool title for a book. Inner Planet is like,
Dude, he's in our realm. He's followed by Tank Ferret and about 159 other people that I follow with. So he's going to be in good company if he actually just wants to get up in here. I'm going to hit him up.
hit him up, man. Yeah, it'd be great to talk about this book, and then find out that there's like some even more amazing artwork or something in there. You know what I mean? That's what's cool about it. That's what's cool about all of this. When you look at something, you might pass it by, but then you go back and look at it, and you're like, oh, this is something, blah blah blah. But then the more you look at it,
it was a character on Powerpuff Girls. Either way, dude, I haven't heard it before this.
I never heard it, and I watched Powerpuff Girls.
Same.
That's a weird name, by the way, for Powerpuff Girls. That's a Cartoon Network show for kids. Sedusa, that's not appropriate for kids. But I guess Cartoon Network back then was kind of weird. And you know what? I don't want to be a prude.
It came out around the same time as like Cow and Chickens, where you had like
exactly.
You know, it's weird because we've been living in like these fucked up weird times for the past 10 years that something stupid like Sedusa being on Cartoon Network, it's like, oh, that's inappropriate. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I even talking about? Like, I used to listen to Marilyn Manson when I was that age. So.
I was going to say, Seduce is the least thing you should worry about on Powerpuff Girls. You ever heard
it's
of
that
him?
Weird, modern, like, conservative. We fought so hard to get, like, to take back the space and to start fixing the country that you start sounding like you're fucking, like, your grandpa or your dad or some shit. And you're like, hold on, I still got to hang on to who I am here. I'm not completely...
Ren and Stimpy was already for retards.
Yes, Ren and Stimpy, though, was amazing growing up. Until they ruined it. Like, that was probably one of the first times that weird shit started entering the space, as they call it.
The weird one for me was Rocko's Modern Life. I loved that show.
I didn't watch that one as much. It was a good show. It was fun. That's like Invader Zim. I didn't watch that one that much either.
I have refined tastes. I liked Beavis and Butthead.
Of course. Pinky's out. MTV, dude. Back in the day. Mike Judge. That's Mike Judge, right?
Yeah, it was Mike Judge.
King of the Hill is one of the best shows ever, by the way. I can go to sleep watching King of the Hill any day of the week because everything about that show is very Texas. It's like it reminds me of growing up in Texas. Very funny.
Bobby Hill was my childhood.
Yes, everything about that show, just all the jokes they make. I'm like, oh my god, I know every character in real life.
Real Monsters.
Yeah, Real Monsters was cool. But that's a little bit after I grew up with like Ed, Edd and Eddy was probably one of the last Cartoon Network eras. I was more of a Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, the Samurai Jack, that era of Cartoon Network. After that, you got Ed, Edd and Eddy. You got like Courage the Cowardly Dog. You got like all those kind of shows.
Oh, The Good Family. Yeah, I watched that.
Like one episode of it.
I don't recall.
It was basically like King of the Hill was kind of like, it really wasn't making fun of like country people.
No, it kind of glorified it. It was making fun of it, but in like a funny, like I respect it kind of a way.
Yeah.
Dale was my uncle, man. My Uncle Doug, that was Dale.
The Good Family was like the exact opposite, where it's like he was like, okay, we poke fun at those people, now let's poke fun at the other side, and they didn't like it. So,
of course they did.
Yeah, it was like SJW, like family, basically.
I'd say another good one was Duckman.
Duckman sounds familiar, but I don't remember that one.
George Costanza from Seinfeld was the voice of Duckman. It was that. Go watch Duckman, dude.
Hey, Zombie Boy's right, dude. Samurai Jack was on another level. That show was way beyond his time. Have you seen Primal? Another excellent show by that same guy who did Samurai Jack. Like, it's amazing how much you can tell a story without any dialogue at all.
Yeah, it was all about art.
Yeah,
Because even
all about the
Samurai
art.
Jack was art, where like they purposely went out of their way to do no outlines on any of the characters.
Yeah, great story, cool concept. Everything about it was badass. And then he took it. He even took his whole artistic style to another level with Primal, because he didn't even have dialogue in the first season. Almost, right? I don't even think he had dialogue in the first season, and you don't need it. That story tells itself with all the the actions and everything. A barbarian and his dinosaur. It's beautiful. The zombie dinosaur shit blew my mind. That episode with the zombie dinosaurs was like, or the whatever they were, the diseased dinosaurs. That shit was like, damn, dude, it's rough. Anybody who hasn't seen Primal or Samurai Jack, go check them out, dude. Those are both that guy that I don't know his name, but that dude knows how to tell a badass story.
Right. Nah, didn't they reboot Samurai Jack for a new series?
I think they did. There was a whole new series. I thought they just made like a movie.
No, they made a new like a second season essentially, where they kept on going. But by that time, like the voice actor for Aku had already passed on, and you had already lost a bunch of things. So it's like you hear some people talking about it.
Yeah, they made a final season. Okay. I thought it was like, because I don't remember watching the whole thing, but I do remember putting it on. I thought it was like a mini series movie kind of a deal. Just to, like Zombie's saying, to wrap it up.
What's cool about Samurai Jack was that it made the Clone Wars cartoon look like it had good character design.
That's a good point. I actually did like that cartoon. I like the Clone Wars cartoon more than I like the CGI Clone Wars. Because they just got to the point. They nailed it. And the fucking scene with General Grievous was badass in that cartoon.
Hey, guys, look who decided to finally join us. Stanley!
Well,
oh, what the fuck? No, I didn't mean to turn that camera on. No.
I don't believe you.
They finally decided to join us.
Finally made it. 2 hours in.
Now I got to go grab another beer. I thought I brought two.
You should get yourself a bottle of Stanley's driveway wine.
I would, except that Stanley forgot to leave some behind when he came.
No, Stanley did leave some behind. It didn't last until Stanley left.
I do have the rum, that moonshine. What else do you call it? Like, you could strip the engine with
rum shine.
You could strip my engine with that, dude. Like, that shit is rough.
There we go.
It was bad.
Flavor in
that was good stuff. By the way, y'all left so much alcohol at my house. I felt bad almost, because that's like a weekend's worth of alcohol for me.
One of my favorite off the dome jokes I ever came up with was when Steve, that Star Wars boy, was saying the Clone Wars art looked like Jack Kirby. Wow.
Oh my god.
And I responded, Jack Kirby and his great. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Dude. Yes, that's funny. Okay. I'm going to grab a beer. Hold on. But Stanley, did you ever watch the Samurai Jack?
I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar. That artist was, he did something else.
He did a lot of stuff back then. Samurai Jack was like his baby, but he did a lot of cartoons back then.
Yeah, but there's some other tie-in on that, and I don't remember what it was. But that dude's got a name for something. Like, it was one of those guys where you're like, he did something, and you'd be like, "Wow, that guy."
Yeah, it was like
And I don't remember what that thing was.
Well, Samurai Jack was amazing. Growing up, as a kid, you like it. You're like, "Oh, this is good." When you grow up and you start looking at all the shit that you used to watch as a kid, and you're like, wow, that was actually way better than I thought it would, than I ever gave it credit for when I grew up watching it, right? Samurai Jack is one of those. But then he came out with Primal. Did you ever watch Primal on HBO?
No.
That's about the dude on his dinosaur. You got to watch Primal, dude. And Samurai Jack, but Primal is good. That is like, I'm watching that show, no dialogue. You don't need it. The show is so well done that you don't even need dialogue. He's a caveman with a dinosaur. So there's no talking.
That's all I need to hear. Are there robots?
No. He's like literally in like primal age with the dinosaur. And there's like this enough story going on. You don't need any dialogue at all. It's beautiful. It's amazing story. Amazingly well done. Anyways, it's like an art piece, dude. Like Primal is so good. And then, Samurai Jack was also very, very good. I don't know which one I like more.
You lost a guest.
Yeah, he had to go. He's got an early rise tomorrow.
He didn't even have an outro. Like he didn't even get to speak.
I know. We are at the top of the hour, or at the 2-hour mark, though. But
go watch Primal when you go watch.
Go watch Primal, right. Guys. Go back, Interplanet. Go subscribe to Subscribe Hero, because those two books look phenomenal in their own rights. Completely different art altogether, but both their stories and their art are pretty intriguing to me. And then, if you have time, hit this link. Go sign up.
The Brother Kit.
To Brother Kit. And we'll check you on the flip side.